Hello, I will be introducing you to the Instructional Scheduling Assistant, which can be reached via the URL instructionalscheduling.ucsd.edu. This is a campus-wide tool developed by the Distributed Application Development Initiative out of the Office of the Executive Vice Chancellor in partnership with the Division of Biological Sciences, Administrative Technology Services, and the Jacobs School of Engineering here at UC San Diego. Its purpose is to help academic departments and units put together their schedule of classes and correspond with instructors about teaching and scheduling preferences. As an instructor, your unit can use the tool to assign you classes in the planning stage for an upcoming academic year. Your unit can then use the tool to send you notifications where you will receive an email with some brief instructions and a link to log in via your UCSD Single Sign-On Business Systems credentials. At the bottom of the email, you will find the preferred contact information for your unit schedulers, as they are the ones who will be requesting and using your responses as they put together the schedule of classes. The first step that will occur annually is the teaching acknowledgement. Once you sign in using the link from the email notification, you will see a summary of the classes you have been assigned for the selected academic year. The first box at the top shows the deadline for your response, which has been set by your unit schedulers. If the deadline has passed, that box will turn orange and indicate that it may be too late for your submission to be considered. If your unit has closed their response window, that box will turn gray and indicate that the unit is not currently collecting responses. The light gray box underneath includes your unit's preferred contact method and custom instructions from your unit. Underneath that, you will see your assigned classes, associated term, and co-instructors, if any. For the teaching acknowledgement, you can use the drop-down to either accept or reject the assignment and input an optional comment. This response will go back to your unit schedulers for use in developing the schedule of classes. At a later date, you will input your scheduling preferences for days, times, etc. via the Instructional Scheduling Preferences page. The Instructional Scheduling Preferences interface will be used on a quarterly basis, generally about 1 to 2 quarters in advance of the quarter it's affecting. Your unit will send out a notification email with a link. Again, you will log in via single sign-on and come to a summary of the classes that you've been assigned for the selected term. Click the Show Preferences button to begin filling out the form for that class. At the top of the page is a box with your unit's deadline. Again, that box will turn orange once the deadline has passed and indicate that your preferences may be too late to be considered. If your unit has closed their response window, that box will turn gray and indicate that the unit is not currently collecting responses, and you will not be able to input any new preferences. The next box shows your unit's custom instructions and preferred contact method, along with a link to the academic calendar with important dates and holidays for reference. Below that, you have the option to copy your preferences from another class. This will only work if you have previously input preference information into the system. If it is your first time using the system, you will have to fill out the rest of the page from scratch. Next, you will see the class summary with any co-instructor and class component information. Below it, you can enter up to 5 day and time preferences. The selectors are very flexible to accommodate the variable needs of different departmental processes across campus. But in the custom instructions at the top of the page, your unit will have indicated what format they prefer you to submit your day and time preferences. You can select standard sets of days or custom and indicate specific time slots or ranges of time. You can also enter a note per each day time preference. Please remember to save each of these preferences as you go along with the button underneath on the left. The next field is the General Scheduling Note. Here you can input any additional information that you'd like your unit's schedulers to see and consider in scheduling the selected class. In the next field, you can enter a request for an out-of-class exam should you need it. You can enter the type, requested date, preferred time, and room capacity. There is a link in the instructions to the Academic Senate policy on exams for further information. The final field is an open text box for you to indicate classroom detail requests, such as technology needs, proximity, or any other pertinent details for your unit schedulers to consider. Once you've finished filling out all of the fields, click the big blue Review Preferences button at the bottom to see a summary of your responses and to make sure that you have entered everything correctly. If you need to, you can return to editing, or if you're satisfied, click Finalize Preferences. At this point, your unit schedulers will be able to view your finalized preferences for use in building the quarterly schedule. These preferences are per each assigned class, so if you still have other classes whose preferences you have yet to submit, you can use the link at the top left that says Return to Preferences List, or use the link from your email to return to the overview page and continue filling out the rest of your class preferences. And that's it. We hope you find the ISA useful. This training module, along with a link to the feedback form, are located in the top right under the user menu. Please don't hesitate to use that feedback form if you encounter any errors or have general comments for us. We monitor the feedback form daily and will get back to you as quickly as we can. Thanks for your time.